Hey guys, how's it going? It's Philip with Trade Genius. We got our up, down, up signal that we talked about would probably happen. So let's get into this video and talk about that today. But before we do, I just want to remind you, we are running summer specials on our bundles. And so these are our training bundles, or you can get a bundle that includes our live trading room, where we do not only cryptos, but our binary option services, which are on a tear. So more than just cryptos to keep you busy on your trading. But if you are interested in these training specials, this will train you to trade in an up market and a down market. You can pick the appropriate bundle, and they are half off right now. So check that out. Okay, back to Bitcoin.
Trade Genius.
Okay, so we've got our up, down, and up signal. And I mentioned that we may get into this area here where this happens, and not to be concerned too much about the fact that price kind of ignored the up signal and the down signal. A lot of times you will see that when things are about to do a major turn. And I also said we're in this price channel. This channel is going to fail and break out, which we've kind of did a sideways to up move out of. Notice the volume declining though, right? So not very convincing unless we see some volume to the upside and we break above this 6,800 level here. And what I did was I'm looking at, so I want to show you a couple of things. One is different volume nodes that we have. And this is going back to this upper trend line that's been this is the consolidation pennant that we were in, okay, this area here. And that we fell out of, right? So remember back when we fell out of it, I said at some point we're going to come back up and test this. So ultimately, you know, the 7,500 level right now is calling. But until we break out of this level here of the 6,800, you know, we're going to, everything to this downside, these downside levels are going to be in play. There is still the possibility that we can roll over and actually test this area back down into the 6,400 level. Again, we have this bullish fib zone, which we didn't really test. You know, we kind of consolidated above it, but haven't really tested it yet. So that's still in play. But, you know, so above this level here, this 6,600 area, in 6,600 to 6,800, we're kind of in limbo. We also have support, you know, down in the 6,500 area too. There's some minor support here. So there could chop in here for a bit. But what I wanted to show you guys, and something that can be a tell, is this up, down, up flip. Now the last time we saw this, and I got to go back to last year in July, we saw this. Let's get the scaling right on this. Let's look here. So July, what we had was the same thing where we had up, down, and up. This one happened, actually the down to up happened really fast. Right now the one we currently have is about 7 days apart between the signals. But as you can see, that came in after this bottom here, and we saw a nice leg up until we ran into our September pullback, and then made another higher low and bounced from there. So, you know, that's going back to like 2013. This is really the only other time that we've had the up, down, up flip on the daily. Daily signals don't happen very often, guys. So when they do happen and those patterns come up, it's good to take notice on those things. So I wanted to show you that, you know, again, and you'll see these happen more often on the smaller time frames. And when you do get those, a lot of times you see the same thing where up, down, up, or down, up, down will precede the move on the final direction, in this case up. But again, you know, we're looking to get long here, guys. So we're looking for a bit of a pullback here. Most of these moves up have had some decent consolidation, a fair amount of pullback to get you back in the move, and then go higher. So at this point, what I would anticipate is a little bit more consolidation to down and then up, and then really has to break out decently above the 6,800 level, and you're going to run into some resistance at this 7,000, and that will probably give us another opportunity where you could short with USDT, or I'm sorry, TUSD, or just the leverage short on some of the OKX or Bittrex or BitMEX exchanges, and then probably another attempt at the 7,000 level. But once we clear that, guys, and you notice we're in a volume vacuum here, so I really think that once we get above that 6,800, I think this 7,500 is really going to come calling, and that'll get us back up into this retest of this pennant. So that's been the ultimate target, I think, for this once we had put it on bottom here. And I think that's ultimately where this plays out at this point, unless price shows us something else. But at this point, I think the probabilities are pretty decent that we do get up to these levels. So that's your outlook on this for this week on Bitcoin. Broke out of this down price channel, pushing up, testing resistance, and looking for a breakout above to this 7,500 area. All right, guys, thanks for watching. Please take care. Please hit like and subscribe. We appreciate that. And I'll see you on the next video. Bye.
Trade Genius.